Dear friends, a woman used to go to the office every day with her husband by car. But on the way, whenever their car stopped in traffic or at a red signal, some beggars surrounded their car. Among them, there was one boy who was very innocent. Sometimes he sold balloons, sometimes beetle leaves, sometimes roses. He too would come near their car. Friends, he was so innocent, such a sweet boy, that slowly the woman started liking him. The boy's sweet words kept winning her heart. But one day, friends, that boy met with an accident. Later, when the woman found out, she learned that the boy was none other than her own child, the child she had to abandon after birth. After 8 years, he was wandering in this condition, forced to beg like this. Friends, what exactly was the compulsion? What happened that she had to give up that child? And after the accident, when her husband came to know this truth, what happened then? Come, let us know the complete truth of this story in the next part of the video. But before moving forward in the video, we request you all to please like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Friends, this is an emotional story of a mother and her son. This story is from Karachi. There was a man named Salman. He had a computer shop in Sadar. He lived near Malir. Every day, he went from Malir to his shop by car along with his wife, Mahira. But on the way, whenever the car stopped in traffic, especially at the Sadar signal, many children surrounded their car. Generally, they surrounded all the cars. Some asked for money, some sold things, some cleaned the glass. In this way, there were about 8 to 10 children. Some elderly women were also there. Among them, there was one boy named Ayan. He was about 10 or 11 years old. He sold balloons. One day, he came to Salman and Mahira's car. Friends, he looked at Mahira and said, "Auntie, please take a balloon." Mahira looked at him, smiled softly, and said, "What will I do with a balloon?" He replied, "Give it to your lovely son." Mahira smiled again and said, "By the time my son comes into this world, this balloon will burst." She was 6 months pregnant at that time. The boy said, "Auntie, it won't burst. If you don't leave it, it won't burst." After that, Mahira said, "You are such a sweet boy." "Okay, give me one balloon, friends." She took 2 balloons. Then the signal turned green and they left. After that, sometimes every 2 or 4 days, such a day came when the car stopped there. One day, Ayan came again, but that day, he was selling pens. Mahira looked at him, rolled down the window, and said, "What's the matter? Today you are selling pens? Why not balloons?" He said, "Auntie, balloons burst, so I face a loss. Today you take pens, 10 pens for 30 rupees. Friends, Mahira didn't really need so many pens, but still, she bought the pens. Then they left. In this way, slowly, a good friendship developed between Mahira and Ayan. Mahira started liking Ayan because his words were very sweet. He was a very innocent boy. Whenever Mahira came, she would buy something from Ayan and secretly give him 100 or 200 rupees in his hand. In this way, she started liking the boy very much. One day, what happened? When their car stopped at the red signal, Ayan was not seen. Mahira was looking for him because she wanted the car to stop and she could talk to the boy. But as soon as the car stopped, Ayan was not seen. Then, 2 or 4 boys came running and said, "Baji, you are looking for Ayan, right? But Ayan has had an accident." Hearing this, tears came into Mahira's eyes. She said, "What are you saying? How? Where did the accident happen?" They said, "When he was coming from home to here, a car hit him and ran away." Ayan lived in a slum in Karangi. This happened in 2018. Mahira asked, "How is his condition?" The boys said, "We don't know." But there was no hope of survival. His head had burst open. Hearing this, Mahira said, "Can you take me to his house?" They said, "Yes, Baji. He lives next to my house." Mahira told Salman, "Salman, drop me here. My heart is not agreeing. I will go see the boy." Salman said, "Okay, you go. I am going to the shop. It's time to open the shop. Whatever happens, call me." He dropped her there. Mahira, with 1 boy, went to Karangi in an auto. Reaching there, she saw an old woman sitting. Seeing her, Mahira was shocked, because she knew her well. The old woman also recognized Mahira, and seeing her, broke down in tears. She said, "I could not save your son." Hearing this, Mahira said, "What? Was he my son Ayan?" The woman said, "Yes." Hearing this, Mahira started crying. Beating her chest, she said, "My son met me after 8 years. He was wandering like this. I could not recognize him. How unfortunate I am." She said, "Where is he? How is his condition? I want to see him." The women nearby asked, "Who is this woman?" Then Ayan's grandmother said, "This is his mother." Hearing this, everyone was shocked. They could not believe it, because they did not know the backstory. Mahira, crying and crying, was shouting Ayan's name. To know the event behind this story, we have to go back a little. It was the year 2018. Mahira was a girl from Lahore. When she was 18 or 19 years old, she fell in love with a boy named Rashid. They wanted to marry. But Mahira's family was against this marriage. They explained a lot, but Mahira did not agree. She married Rashid and started living with him. After 1 year, they had a son, whose name they kept Ayan, after Rashid. But after 1 year, Mahira came to know that marrying Rashid was her wrong decision. Rashid was a history sheeter involved with gangsters. One day, Mahira explained to him a lot, but he did not listen. One day, his enemies killed him. Mahira had already thought that something like this would happen. She said, "Okay, I have my son. I will spend my life with him." But after 2.5 years of her marriage, her parents, who had not spoken to her after the marriage, came and explained to her. They said, "Daughter, forget what happened. You are still young. We will get you married again. But the condition is, you have to forget this son." Mahira said, "I cannot leave my son." But they said, "If this boy stays, who will marry you?" Ayan's grandparents also said, "You get married, we will take care of this boy. He is our blood." Mahira, after thinking a lot, left Ayan and went with her parents. At the time of leaving, she was crying so much that everyone started crying. Her parents found a good boy for her, whose name was Salman. They met, and the marriage was fixed. But the story of Mahira's past life was hidden. Salman's family was told that Mahira was unmarried. Salman lived in Karachi. His family was educated. After marrying Mahira, Salman was very happy because Mahira was very beautiful, and due to the storms of life, she had become mature. Salman loved her very much. After marriage, they started living in a flat in Malir. Salman had a laptop shop in Sadar. Mahira also used to go with him to the shop. Both of them ran the shop. They also kept some employees. Their income was good. But when Mahira's life was going well, a storm came in her son Ayan's life. His grandfather died. His family said, "This boy's mother has left him. Why are you in this mess? Send this boy to an orphanage." But Ayan's grandmother said, "No, this is my Rashid. I will not leave him." But the family members used to fight every day. One day, Ayan's aunt came and saw there was a lot of trouble because of this boy. She said, "Mother, if there is so much trouble, then give the boy to me. I have 2 sons. I will take him to Karachi." But the grandmother said, "No, I don't trust anyone. He will stay with me." Then the aunt said, "Okay, you also come with me. Whatever I eat, you will also eat." In this way, Ayan came to Karachi with his grandmother. His aunt lived in Karangi. She used to do labor work here and there. Slowly, time passed. When Ayan was 8 years old, he saw some boys earning money. He asked, "From where do you all bring money?" They said, "We go to the cars at the red signal on Karachi roads and we ask for money." This thought came to Ayan's mind. His grandmother's health became bad, and his uncle, his aunt's husband, was an alcoholic. He used to fight every day. Ayan said, "I will also go with you." But his grandmother forbade him and said, "Asking for money is bad. You don't go." But Ayan said, "Grandmother, I will not beg for money. Some boys sell things. I will sell balloons." In this way, he bought balloons and started selling them at the red signal of Sadar. Sometimes pawn, sometimes rose flowers he used to sell. At this time, Ayan met Mahira. Mahira used to miss her son very much. She cried alone, but she did not tell anyone. Her parents had said, "Never take Ayan's name with your mouth, otherwise everyone will know." So, she remembered Ayan in her heart. She did not know where Ayan was. Whenever she went to her mother's house, she came to know that Ayan had gone with his aunt, so there was no contact with him. Ayan's grandmother used to call him Ayan because her son's name was also Rashid. In this way, Ayan used to come in front of his mother and sell things, but Mahira could not recognize him. After 8 years, the boy had grown up. The boy, who was once clean and neat, was now in a dirty and shabby condition, so Mahira could not recognize him. She had asked his name. She had also asked where he lived. Ayan had said, "I live with my grandmother." Still, Mahira could not recognize him. But the day she went to Karangi and saw his grandmother, then she had a doubt. "Is he my son?" The grandmother also recognized her and said, "Yes, this is your son. Ayan has had an accident." Mahira started crying loudly and said, "Where is he? Take me to him." The grandmother said, "They have taken him to the hospital. His aunt doesn't know how he is. He has got very serious injuries." Some nearby women said, "Come, we will take you." They took her to Jinnah Hospital. When she reached the hospital, his aunt saw her and started crying and said, "His condition is very bad. Doctor is saying there is no hope of survival." Mahira said, "This will not happen. Pray, he will not leave me." Even after 4 or 5 hours, there was no news. Ayan was in ICU. Meanwhile, Salman kept calling again and again. Mahira picked up the phone once and said, "Salman, there is no hope of survival for this boy. Forgive me, I will not be able to come today." Salman was shocked and said, "What are you saying? You have gone to the hospital? What kind of thing is this? He has parents. They will see him. But how could Mahira tell that he was her own son? She said, "Salman, I cannot talk now." After that, she switched off the phone. 2 days later, on the third day, the doctor said, if he regains consciousness, then he will be fine. Otherwise, nothing can be said. On the third day, the doctor said, "The boy has regained consciousness. You all can meet him." Hearing this news, everyone hugged each other and started crying. Mahira ran and saw that Ayan had opened his eyes. He said, "Auntie, you have come?" Mahira said, "You fool, I am not Auntie. I am your mother." After that, she kissed him, loved him. The doctor stopped them from talking too much and said, "The boy has regained consciousness. Don't take tension." For 3 days, Mahira did not call Salman, nor did she switch on her phone. Salman became worried and went to Karangi and came to know everything. He went to Jinnah Hospital and told Mahira, "You all have betrayed me. Our relationship is over." Mahira could not say anything. She kept her head down and was listening to everything. Salman left. Mahira's only consolation was that Ayan's life was saved. After 1 week, the doctor gave him discharge. Mahira took him to Karangi and started taking care of him. When she called Salman, she saw her number was blocked. After 10 days, Salman came to Karangi with his mother and sister. Seeing them, Mahira started crying loudly. Her mother-in-law said, "Daughter, don't cry, come home." Mahira said, "No, I will not leave my son now." They said, "Who is telling you to leave?" "You and your son, and even his grandmother, all will come along." Salman said, "Come, even I cannot live without you." After that, they all went together. This was the incident of 2018. After that, 6 years passed. Mahira was 6 months pregnant at that time. After 3 months, she gave birth to a boy. Then, after 2 to 3 years, a girl was born. Today, they are all living a good life. Ayan Mahira and his younger brother and sister are all very well. Friends, if you've watched this video till the end, don't forget to comment complete and let us know which country you are watching from. If our video has given you even a little lesson or inspiration, then please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon to stay updated. We'll see you again in another new video. Until then, take care and Allah Hafiz.